What's the deal, everybody? It is your boy Shane G. We are back with another episode of Entreprenegroes right here on the Ethos Media Network. Before we get into it, please make sure that you like, you share, and you subscribe for all of the latest content. Now that we got that out the way, without further ado, I have a very special guest on the show today. I have artist, entrepreneur, Chris Mohead. Chris, how you doing today, sir?
What's up, brother? I'm doing good, man. How you feeling?
I'm good, man. I'm good, man. Glad to have you here.
Oh, yeah.
Like I
Thank you for
said,
having me.
I think this is an important conversation because, a lot of people, especially young black men, they have the entrepreneurial drive, they have the entrepreneurial spirit, but they don't necessarily know the right way to go, or they don't, have necessarily, the right mentors in place who can guide them the right way. Um, so what I aim to do is show people from different, walks of life, black men who have gone out there and done the entrepreneur thing and have had some success at it, and just show kind of what that looks like. So that way, you can inspire somebody. You know what I mean? So welcome to the show once again.
Thank you.
Um, and what's the name of your company and what business and industry are you in?
The name of my company is Hilo Art. It's kind of on me. I should have wore a hoodie with my logo on it, but it's HYLOART, and it's an entertainment company. It's basically a record label, but we also do films. We do short films, and we host an interview talk show where we interview local artists and let them perform on the stage, and we also have like an open mic. So essentially, it's just an entertainment company, is what we like to what we like to call it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, got you. And when did you decide to go into business for yourself versus working a regular job or working for somebody else in the entertainment industry?
Well, I mean, it all started. Well, first, I gotta be clear. I'm an artist. I own the company. Me and my pops. I wish I had him here too, but he's my business partner.
Okay.
And the way the whole thing worked out was I had so many ideas. I wanted to be I make music. I'm a hip hop artist, and I'm also aspiring actor, film writer, director. So I wanted to figure out a way to encompass all of that and just like own it all myself. So ownership was a big thing for me, because I didn't want somebody else telling me what to do and how to do it. And and I was looking at the paperwork for getting a trademark and looking at all that type of stuff. And it was a lot of a lot of reading and things like that. So I asked my pops to help me look at it because he's smart. And one thing led to another. He ended up becoming my manager. So yeah, he handles most of the business side of it. But initially, the whole thing started with me just wanting creative freedom. Freedom to do it my own way. And like I said, I'm an artist, and he would always drill into my head, it's a business. You got to feed your family. You got to eat off of it. So now I had to figure out a way to incorporate. Uh, I had to figure out a way to market myself, I guess. Like, yeah, you can be an artist. Yeah, you can be creative and be free and all that stuff. But you have to figure out a way to market it to where people will want to buy into you. So yeah, that's how we
Definitely.
got here.
Definitely. So I want you to answer this question from two different perspectives. So the question is, what was the moment you felt like what you were doing was working? And so I want you to answer that question from the artist perspective, but I also want you to answer that from a label owner perspective as well.
Hmm. From an artist perspective, um, I think it's working when people invite you back, or just like it's a lot of different ways where you realize it's working as an artist. Like when you're performing in the crowd and you see people responding when you do a call and response type of thing, and they respond to it, or you see people sharing it, or you see people in public that online, and they hit you with a reference, a song reference or something like that. And as a as a what was the other one? As a business owner, I saw it was working when you get that first check. You know what I mean? When you realize, oh, this idea that I came up with in my bedroom or in the bathroom, like just me sitting there, right? It all starts with a blank page, and it led to, some type of financial gain. And that is really like a big I made it moment. That's when it's working. I just got to really press the gas and really go hard with this.
How did that feel? How did that feel that first time when an idea that you came up with, like you said, at home or, with your dad or something like that, actually produced like a decent amount of revenue? Like not just $20 or something like that. I mean, but even the $20, like even that's a start, but
Right.
what did that feel like when some money actually started coming in?
It felt good, but like again, the artist in me, I have to humble myself. I have to remind myself that okay, they like this because it came from a pure place. You know what I mean? So when I'm creating, yeah, I got money, I got a check or whatever. You know what I mean? I don't get too hung up on how much money is coming in, because you'll end up chasing that thing. You'll end up trying to recreate the same thing when in reality they're buying into your creativity or whatever. Like they're buying into the realness that you're putting into your into your artistry. They're buying into that. So don't try to chase trends. Don't try to fit in what everybody else is doing. So that's kind of what it felt like. It felt amazing though. It felt amazing. I almost wanted to cry. I remember my first time I did a show and I got like $30 for it. Like
That's what
it
I
felt.
mean. Like even those small victories, like where because as an artist, there's times where you're spending money just to be heard. You know what I mean? Like you might be paying to get the spot on the show, or you might be paying, back in the day it was to print up your own CDs and things like that. And now that
Yeah,
it's streaming, that's a little bit easier.
yeah.
But you're constantly investing in yourself. If you're putting together your own merch or t-shirts or
Hmm.
whatever it is, you're constantly investing in yourself. So even, that small first, somebody gives you $10 for a piece of your music, or you get $30 for a show, or things like that. It's those small things that lead to bigger things.
Absolutely, and it feels great. But like I said, I always have to give glory to God. I didn't say that before, but I always have to give glory to God. I don't ever feel like I can take full credit for it. Like I did that. You know what I mean? It's like the work that I'm putting in with this gift that God gave me, with this team, of people that I have around me, led to this. So you can't get a big head, you can't get an ego. You have to keep your head down, keep working, and it'll happen again. And it'll happen time and time again. And I'm still not where I want to be. When I can fully, I'm aiming to get to the point where I can fully finance my whole lifestyle off of my creative dreams, my creative ideas. That's the goal. So yeah, until then, it's like keep your head down, and you got to stay humble, man. You got to, because I feel like if you don't, then God or the world or whatever you believe in will humble you. If you don't work, you don't eat.
That's real. That's real. And yeah, no, that's good advice. You know what I mean? To definitely stay humble with it. Um, but at the same time, I definitely feel like keeping track of those accomplishments, when you go back and you tell your story, at the end
Hmm.
of the day, you'll remember that. You'll remember that first $30 thing.
Yeah, for sure.
And,
Yeah,
you are able to fully finance your lifestyle off of what you're doing, you'll look back at that and be like, man, look how far I came.
yeah,
So
all the
that's
time.
that's a
Yeah.
dope story.
Hmm. Yeah.
All right. So, like I said, we speak about a lot of success. We definitely want to focus on the positives and the success, but we have to be realistic and we got to tell the full story. You know what I mean? So, with every success, there comes L's. So
Hmm.
now you can interpret that as a loss. You can interpret that as a lesson. Maybe it's both. But my question is, what was your biggest L? How did you bounce back?
Um, let me think. Let me think. What is my biggest L? Again, like you said, like it's a lesson, man. It's like it's constant learning. Um, it's hard to say. I actually took a L, and again, I think that again that's the artist in me. if I wasn't getting paid, I would still be doing this. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, but I would say the biggest L, without getting too specific, is just prioritizing money over the idea. If that makes sense, like the idea, the product that you're trying to sell, no matter how much money you throw at it, if it's not good, if it's not connecting with people, it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? Um, like if it's a short film, if you're like I got a couple short films and they're low budget, and I like to feel like they're well written.
Mm-hmm.
So when we have the film release and everything like that, people are gonna pay to come and see them. But if it wasn't well written, it doesn't matter how much money I put into it if it's just a polished turd. You know what I mean? Like it has to be, the quality has to be there. So that I learned that a lot of ways. Like just spending money on studios and stuff. I record at home, but and shout out to anybody who has a studio. I'm not anti-studio, but I'm just saying if the song isn't there, um if you're not taking it serious, you know, no matter how much money you put into it, you're just gonna lose money. You know what I mean?
That's real. That's definitely real. Um, so who and or what is needed to make your business successful?
In order to make my business successful, me personally, I need a manager. I need my pops. He's my manager. He books most of my shows and interviews and everything like that. And he's basically like a timekeeper, because I get to where I'm not good at like keeping track of what I have coming up and stuff like that. So it's good to have, it's good to have that. Um, you got to make sure everybody around you, well, me specifically, I try to make sure everybody around me is on the same page, because everybody has their own interests. Everybody has their own agenda, pretty much. But we just always have to make sure that we all have the same goal at the end of the day.
No,
Yeah.
that's definitely good advice for sure. Um, well, my last question for you, bro, is what do you have coming up that the people can support? Where can they follow you? Where can they, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Well, look, if you're in Columbia, South Carolina, every Thursday at my house restaurant and bar, we host an open mic slash interview talk shows. We interview local talent, and we put the videos, the interviews, on YouTube, so you can check us out. HYLOART. That's Hilo Art on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. You can check out all those interviews and stuff like that. If you want to follow me personally and hear my stuff, my music, Chris Mohead on Instagram and Facebook. And I have a new song coming out. Depending when this interview comes out, I have a new song dropping January 13th. It's called "Return of the Sunflower." Make sure you check that out. I have an album. Check my music out on all streaming platforms. Chris Mohead. Yeah,
That's
that's how
what's
you.
up.
Yeah, check us out, man. We out here.
That's what's up.
Yes, sir.
That's what's up. Definitely, definitely. So January 13th. Yeah, we'll try to, we'll make sure that this coincides with the drop of that. So that way, we can push for you. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. So I appreciate you, man.
yeah, definitely. Definitely, man. Well, I appreciate you for taking the time to speak to us today. You know what I'm saying? Definitely we'll make sure to leave links in the description so that way everybody can follow you. They can follow the pages. They can follow everything you're doing. See the growth as your label grows, as your films are being produced, and as the filmmaking journey grows, and just the whole creative journey, man. I love to see it. I love that people are really taking chances and doing just following their passions. You know what I mean? Like we all grew up in a very go for your dreams type of atmosphere, and I feel like now more than ever, we have the resources to actually go after our dreams. So, I love to see people doing it.
Hey,
So yeah, man. Like I said, appreciate you for coming on today. And that's it for the show, everybody. This is Shane G. This is Entreprenegroes. Once again, please like, share, and subscribe for all the latest content. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.